It's been a while since I dropped this shit. Swole fam, y'all better run this up. KD, let's go. Yeah. Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, yeah. You know we don't play guys. I'm blessed, I never said I didn't struggle. I finesse, I never said I didn't hustle. These niggas talk so loud, the way I move is subtle. I'm the ocean, but these niggas just a puddle. Ay, oh, I swear I'm delusional. These niggas ain't using me. They want my energy, ain't nothing new, this is usual. These figures confusing me. What's gotten into me? They say I'm using their cubicles. Clipping KD like some cuticles. None of this shit is excusable. Don't need a muse when I'm musical. Ay, whoa, I'm tired of saying for truth when nobody's doing it. Yeah. They're controlling the youth, agenda of fusing them, nigga. We losing them.
He's heating up!
I'm just abusing them, that's a fact. We try to roll with a ballad act. Fucking low key with a Tesseract. They throwing smoke when they got it. Get the fuck up out your little bubble. They wanna ask how much it costs, I said it double. Gorilla beard, these niggas only rockin' stubble. The realest nigga.
I am the danger.
Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah.
Are there any women here today?
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
The Second Amendment, like all other rights, is not absolute.
Shit is gonna go down.
We need to ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines.
Would that include a bullet from this gun?
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. You have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 22 hundo and flatty of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gaincast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. Today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all
fucking
you
Catalina.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine.
All right, what's going on, famwise? Welcome to episode 2240, and it is happy fucking Fef, everyone. Happy Fef. Happy Fef. Happy Fef. It's officially Fef. It is Friday. It's fucking Friday, the day under which or through which we delete, we unfollow, we unfriend, we cut out all the noise. We really go ham on pillar number one. It's all about community today. It's all about everything today. It's always all about the 7 pillars. But pillar number 1 is most important today. So I want to know, drop in the comments, what are you doing to celebrate Fef? What have you done lately? What have you done lately to cut out all that bullshit? What have you done lately to cut out all that fucking noise? I want to know. I want to know what turns you on, but I want to know what you have done to tighten up that circle. My favorite, deleting contacts from the phone. We talk about that a lot, but I want to know your strategies. What do you do to tighten up your circle? What have you done lately? A reminder today to clean your shit up. And of course, at the end, even before we get into the tip, at the end of today's episode, guess what we got going on? Friday Fef episodes are a little bit more abbreviated because we are going into overtime, so don't miss out on that. You still have time. It's early in the show right now. Share the live stream. We're live everywhere. But after today's episode, exclusively inside Swole TV and, of course, inside the Telegram chat, the Daily Swole private Telegram chat. For members only, we have a bonus overtime segment. We got a throwback DWG. We got some brand new edits. And we got some balls deep content that we are going to go super Hambone Jones on. So make sure that you are joining the Swole fam already. If you are not yet a member, you could join over there at swolenormousx.com. You still got some time right now. So right after the stream, we just pivot right over into overtime. Of course, if you can't watch it or listen to it live, you can't stay the entire time and you're a member, you can also catch the archived. We have it all inside Swole TV. You can listen and catch all the previous overtime segments. That way, you never miss any of your overtime segments. So you can listen to all the ones that we've done so far and watch all those when you become a member. Of course, we also have an accountability meeting every single Monday at 12 noon. Just another reason to join the Swole fam. You get at minimum 2 private live streams every single week. So make sure that you're joining the fam and checking us out. swolenormousx.com. Very, very, very fucking excited. All right, fam, let's get into the tip today. We got a little special tainty man. Oh, look at the tainty boy. Little tainty cam. Everyone say hi to Rufus. He's just sleepies. We went on a walk and he's chilling. He's sleeping. He's had his treats, but that's neither here nor there. It's time to bust the nut open. We got an amazing Swole card today. I think you're really going to like the design. Let's summon the Falcon and get today's party started. Make sure you hit that like button, Beaches. Let's fucking go. Hit that like button. Smash it. Papa Swolio. We are live. Daily Swole Beaches. Here we go. Drum roll. Look. That was on point. Voice of an angel. Hashtag overtime for a chance to win today's Swole card. Very nice. Leo drinking, raging alky. My goodness. Everyone loves a good nut busting, and everyone always asks, how can we bust the nut at the beginning? Shouldn't that be at the end? And I digress, because we have to bust the nut first, because otherwise we wouldn't make it through the entire episode. Come on, we got to make it through.
Because stickers?
Only now, once we kind of got that first one out of the way, now we can go and we can do the show. Now we can get the tip in there. Now we can say hi to, we can, look at the cute roof. We can look at the tainty cam. We can get into some amazing Swole fan posts. It's fucking Friday. Let's fucking go. Everyone moisturize, spit on it. It's time for that tip. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. Let's do it. I'm excited. Mark, today is going to be the first time I get to experience overtime since joining Swole Enormous X. Oh my God. The live overtimes are extra juicy. And welcome to Kylie. Good morning. Just listen to my welcome message. So stoked to be here. Literally years of damage to undo mentally and physically extra stoked to have you here live. If it's anyone else's first live stream, drop some cherries in the comments down below. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Make sure you share the podcast because we're going to take some questions when we get into the knowledge cock. And of course, we do have some balls deep content that we will share even before we go live into OT. All right, let's get into the first Swole fan post. We got one from our Discord. Gator Bell, 5:30 a.m. workout and bone broth game strong this morning. Bone broth. All right. That's not a pre-workout, is it? That's just, it's not a pre-workout. Bone broth for a pre-workout, that'd be weird. That'd be a cool bone broth. Maybe that's a new thing. Call it pre-bone. Instead of add some caffeine to bone broth, caffeine, maybe some beta alanine. So you're drinking broth, you're getting like itchy and stuff for the gym. All right, from our Swole Fam discussion board on swolenormousx.com, Jason, what's up, beaches? Hello there. I am Jason, 36 years old. I am a competitive arm wrestler. Cool. Gym enthusiast and type 2 diabetic. I go to the gym, but mostly to train for arm wrestling. But now it's time to be the healthiest version of me and become a bit sexier in the process. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Papa Swolio, show me the right way. I will.
I
Jason,
don't know how to put
laying it down.
But I'm kind of a big deal.
Jason looking sexy. Dan over the top. Wasn't that a Stallone movie? All right. Arm wrestling. Very cool. Anyone else ever do arm wrestling or competition? Seems like it's getting more popular. It's very niche, but it seems like a lot of people do it. Or maybe it just... Does he have one huge arm? Do you have one huge arm? One huge arm, Jason? Jason Huge Arm, we'll call him. Joshua, what's up, beaches? What's going on, everybody? I'm Josh, 37 years old, and dad bod has taken over. I'm looking for the motivation to make changes in my life in order to be healthy for myself, my family, and community. Excellent. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I welcomed him as well this morning. Very good. 37, dad bod has taken over. You know my thoughts on dad bod. Come on. Fuck the dad bods. Fuck the dad bods. Fuck that shit. And I'm not saying that you have to be ripped with six-pack abs. I'm not saying because you're a dad, you're a shitty person. I know there's a lot of responsibility. I know you're trying to get sleep. You're trying to figure out a new flow. But here's the point. It's all an excuse. It's whether or not you're taking care of your health. It's whether or not you're leading by example. So it doesn't really matter what the reason is. It doesn't really matter what the excuses are. It's literally whether you did it or whether you didn't do it. Was it raining? Did you feel like it? Who fucking cares? You need to do what you need to do. You'll still feed your child, right? So you don't make excuses. Well, I don't feel like it. You feed your fucking child. You don't feel like it? Well, you should train. You need to do yoga. You need to do something. And a lot of people think, well, it's more important for me to spend time with my kids. I'm not going to spend hours and hours in the gym. I'm not telling you to spend time in the gym and working out and neglect your fucking children. People always take it to that extreme because they feel attacked, because they know deep down that I'm laying down some knowledge cock. They know that it's a fucking fact. And they don't want to look at themselves in the mirror and realize, yeah, I've been slacking on myself. They want to blame their children or use their children as an excuse as to why they're not taking care of themselves. Integrate it. Exercise, train with your child. Like, show them. Give them little kids' weights. Have them in the room with you. Put them on your fucking back and do walking lunges. Like, get it done. Get it done. You can do it. You can do it. You don't need a ton of time. You're not going to step on a bodybuilding stage, perhaps, but you can still take care of yourself and stop lying to yourself, right? If you're eating healthy, you're not going to pack on tons of fat. You don't have to train 3 hours a day. Give me a break. Give me a break. A lot of you have multiple kids and you're still crushing it. So there's so many fucking excuses. No excuses. No excuses. Do it. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. We got two more. Some awesome posts here. This one's from Luciano. Luciano. Nice name here. All right. From our discussion boards, Luciano says, hey, I'm Luciano. I'm 26 years old and I'm so excited to join the Swole fam. Listening to the podcast has inspired me to become the best version of myself that I can be. It feels so great to get back in shape, but I do need to be held accountable for what I eat and can always use that extra push to keep me focused on my goal. I'm tired of feeling like a bitch, and it's time to make a change. Let's go. Yow. We don't want anyone feeling like a bitch, so welcome to the fam, Luciano. Hopefully we can help with that. We can de-bitchify yourself. I don't think you're a bitch. I don't think you're a bitch. I think you're just ready to slap yourself across the psychological tits and get after it. So good for you. And our last one from Michael from our discussion board again. Hi all, I'm 38 and I realized that everything I used to know about training is obsolete. Hoping to learn and get back in shape. All right. Maybe not obsolete. Maybe not obsolete. You know, there's a lot of classic things. Basics work. I mean, the 7 pillars are really, it's basic. It's the fundamentals. When I say basic, it doesn't mean that it's easy. It just means that it's very simple. It's distilled. The 7 pillars are the foundational principles. It's a common denominator. And from my entire career, these are the things that people fucking miss. These are things that I missed when I started. I wish I had the 7 pillars. I wish I did when I started. But these are things that most people, if you target these, I don't care what your goal is. I don't care what age you are. I don't care where you live in the world. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. These are the things that you should be, at minimum, focusing on. These are the foundational principles. These are the 7 pillars for a reason. They hold up everything, and they hold each other up. You can't just do 5 of them and leave 2 behind. You can't do 6 and leave 1. They're all absolutely essential. And most people just don't want to put in real effort. Most people don't want to put in real effort. We know this. We know this. You could drop some questions in the comments. We'll take some questions now. We're in the Knowledge Cock portion. So hashtag Ask Papa Swole if you got a question. But a lot of people want amazing results, but they don't want to put in effort. So they want amazing results with average effort. A lot of people want that. They want a quick fix. They want a shortcut. And wouldn't it be nice to get something amazing with less input? But it's not valuable. If you don't put in work, is it really valuable? So for example, let's say you went to Walgreens or CVS, and let's say there was a pill. All right. Let's say there was a pill that you could take and get all the results you want. So let's say you wanted to look like me. Take a pill and you have muscle and your whatever body fat percentage I am. I don't fucking know. But let's say you wanted to put on 10 pounds of muscle. Took a pill and then boom. Pretty much instantly. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't be something to attain. It wouldn't be something that people would value as an individual or as a society. And people do value fitness. People value someone who takes care. It's respect. We all know it's earned. Think about it. How many things out there could you buy? You could buy a fancy car and you could make that money by being a piece of shit. You could make it by being like a pharmaceutical executive. You can make it by scamming people and harming our society. You can make a lot of money and buy a fancy car. So that doesn't necessarily show and represent that you're doing things that are morally respectable or morally viable, whatever you want to say. So when you build muscle, when you take care of your health, when you have mobility and these things, I'm not saying you're doing this for other people, but we all know that you can't buy it. We all know that you can't just snap your fingers and get it. Even if you take anabolic steroids, you still have to put in all the work that would lead that to build the muscle and to build that kind of strength and to build X, Y, and Z, because you have to train hard. You have to eat properly. You have to sleep. You have to make sure you don't get hurt. You have to manage that. And it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of discipline. There's a lot of people that take steroids that look like absolute shit because they don't do anything else properly, or they take too much of it, or they take the wrong kind, or, a lot of people do dumb stuff. But that's the thing. It's something that work goes into that you can't purchase. You have to earn it. You have to do it. There's no replacement for it. So it wouldn't be valuable. It wouldn't be valuable to ourselves. It wouldn't be valuable. It wouldn't be worth anything if it was easy. And a lot of people just want something easy, but you wouldn't want it. If it was easy, you wouldn't want it. If it was easy, you wouldn't fucking want it. Facts. All right, let's get a little American. All right, there's a little tainty cam here. You could drop some little doggies. Oh, he's a little cutie. Rufus. Aww. Hanging off that bed, bro. I got you a bigger bed, and it's like Jaws. We're going to need a bigger boat. We're going to need a bigger boat.
You know the thing about a shark? He's got lifeless eyes. Black eyes, like a doll's eyes.
All right. Hashtag overtime for a chance to win today's Swole card. We'll give that away at the end of today's episode. All right, question time. We got a few people in here with some Ask Papa Swole. Let's see. Joe, Frosty Balls, Papa Swole. Do you have any opinion on the Supreme Court's decision on New York's 2A law? I don't know all the details. I actually saw the headline. Anything that rules in favor of the Second Amendment is a good thing. So from my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, I really did not go super deep into this. Because it just happened yesterday, right? But from what it seems like is New York had special permission for concealed carry, and you need to, I guess, prove that you're a celebrity or you're at risk or you had a reason to carry concealed. So now they're saying that you don't need to provide that kind of information, that anyone that wants to conceal can conceal. It was something like that. It was just fundamental to a ruling. That's my understanding. If that's incorrect, you can correct me, but that's what I got from it. In other words, you need because there's some states that you need special permission. I think it's like, hey, well, I'm a bodyguard, or I'm a high risk person, or I'm famous, so I need to protect myself, or I work in jewelry, so I need to, security or something like that. Which should not be. Everyone has the right to protect themselves. Everyone. That's a fundamental human right. This is why it's crazy. You're like, well, all these mass shootings, there's a lot of mental distress, okay? This happens all the time. It just depends on where the mainstream media wants to shine its spotlight. Not that, shootings at schools happen all the time, like with little kids. That's horrific, but it doesn't take away human rights. So if one person does something absolutely fucking insane, how would that, or how should that remove everyone's human rights? It doesn't fucking make any sense. It's a tragedy. And I love how people that don't know anything about guns or are completely cucks to the state are willing to take away people's human rights because one person is mentally disturbed. It's a fundamental human right. It's not something that your opinion matters about. Everyone has the ability to defend themselves and should have the ability to defend themselves. Okay, let's see. Elijah, Papa Swole, do desiccated organs have the same macros as fresh? The same macros? I would assume so. It's the same thing. It's just dehydrated. I would say if you have it in the same volume, it's more or less the same. Whether or not it's absorbing in the same manner as fresh, I would just assume that it's not the same as fresh. If you compared it, hey, how is this absorbing in the body? It's not going to be as good as fresh because it's just better when it's in its whole form and you're getting it in the moment. There's less loss, less energy loss, less maybe elements lost by processing, however it's processed or, ground up and whatever. In terms of the macros, I would assume it is just because it's ground. I don't know if anything would be removed from it. It's just dried. So it's freeze dried. How would it be? I guess it'd be dehydrated and then pulverized. I don't actually know how exactly they made it, but something like that, right? Freeze, dried, and ground up. All right, so that law, I got it. That's basically it. Yeah, it's been a law for over 100 years in New York. Eric, you shouldn't need to conceal a gun. Well, I don't think you need to conceal it. I mean, I think you should be able to carry it. Whether or not, I don't think you should need to conceal it. But I think as an individual, you fucking should. You shouldn't be like, hey, here's a weapon. It's right there on my hip. Unless you're a police officer. You don't want to give other people any kind of jump. They could run up behind you and grab your gun or something. So, I mean, I think if you carry, you should carry concealed. But I don't think it should be a law. I think you should be able to open carry, but I think it's dumb to open carry. Just in my opinion. I think a lot of people think well, if they see me holding a gun, they're going to be standoffish. At the same time, you're causing potentially unnecessary escalation for someone who's not mentally stable. For the average person, let's say you're carrying and someone else is carrying, it's like you're in the old West, like, well, hey there, partner. You saunter on into a saloon. Don't drink and carry a firearm. How about that? The Wild West, just walk in, get wasted. Like your 6-shooter. All right, Mark, Papa Swole, I think I asked this once, but what are your thoughts on these fitness influencers that Photoshop their pics? Dude, that's so 2015. People have been Photoshopping pictures for since cameras were invented. I mean, magazines have been doing that. Why? What brings that up? That's such an old conversation. What do I think? I mean, what do you consider Photoshopping? It's so hard to say because, I mean, if you're, blowing up your biceps or blowing up your legs, and that's fucked up, or tightening your waist. Yeah, that's hardcore Photoshopping. But when you take a picture, It's not, you're not getting the real image anyway. There's a lot of times where I'll take a picture or a video and it looks different than it depends on the lighting. It depends on the coloring. If you put a filter on it, it looks completely different. I don't really post things with filters, but sometimes there are things with filters. Like there's a picture that got too exposed, so you darken it a little bit and it looks better, but it wasn't a good picture before. So, I mean, it depends. I don't post pictures really, but I mean, a lot of things are filtered. If you're taking a picture through a lens, it's already distorted. It's distorted reality. Nick, the 2A SCOTUS ruling also saying you cannot do, quote, may issue. You cannot do that. It violates the rights. Yeah, the may issue is based on your situation, right? 2A applies to everyone equally unless you're a felon or insane. I think that's the way it should be. Yeah, shocking that the Supreme Court upholds the Constitution. And Brandon's over here like, oh, this is a horrible ruling. What a criminal. What an evil person. Literally the president shitting on the Constitution. Wake the fuck up. You have literally the president shitting on the fucking Constitution. And the governor of New York being like, oh, this is a sad day. And this, fucking idiots.
Come on, man.
Idiots. They don't understand. They don't understand. People are always afraid of shit they don't understand. Eric, you said you shouldn't need a reason to. Oh, you shouldn't need a reason to open carry? I mean, I don't know why you would. Yeah, I don't know why you would. Okay. Yeah, I think you should do. I think it should be constitutional carry. Absolutely, I think it should be constitutional carry. 1,000%. Now, constitutional carry doesn't mean you're like just carrying around, just you have a rifle on you all the time. I mean, in most situations, that's not going to be the most effective. Like, you want to have something portable. You want to have something that's, short range. Or if you're getting to a conflict, hold on a second. Down. Good boy. So, for example, if you are, what was I going to say? If you have what are you talking about? Rifle carrying. Yeah, so for example, if you don't want to carry around like an AR-15, you should not be shooting someone from like 100 yards away. You know what I'm saying? The whole point of carrying is to defend yourself in a situation when you can't run, you can't get away. So you're not taking long range shots. You're not taking long range shots. It's not like you have 1,000 acres and you have an entire army like marching on you. That's a whole different situation. So you need something that's really, short range for conflict, like situations when like someone's up in your face and you can't. There's all different situations. So, I mean, we can't go through all the entire list, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. All right, let's see here. All right, let's take another question. Now, of course, I'm not an expert on constitutional law, but I do know that human rights need to be protected. And this is a huge one. And you've probably heard this before. We've said it before. You probably heard it many places. The Second Amendment is to protect the first one, freedom of speech. How do you protect freedom of speech? Well, don't tell me what to fucking do because I got the bang bang. And that's important. We live in a fluffy society. Anyone alive today, pretty much anyone alive, has no concept of real hardship in this country. Real hardship. Anyone alive most people. Yeah, I know some people have more money than others. But, we're really, like, we saw it in the last couple of years. We saw what it's like. We saw what authoritarianism is like in some of these states and some of these cities. Places like Florida, no, we didn't see it. We didn't see it. But if that wasn't a wake-up call, then you're just, man, talk about sleeping. Talk about sleeping on just reality. Have you learned history? You think World War II, you think all these other countries, you think it's just made up? These are just stories that people say, trying to scare kids at night. If you don't eat your veggies, Chairman Mao's going to come get you. This shit's real. This shit's absolutely real. The government can absolutely get tyrannical. That's government in its nature, is to control people. Government is in its nature authoritarian. That's why you have to keep it in check. That's why you have to keep it in check. Freddie, opinions on the push? On the push? Been doing it after overhead press. Opinions on the... I have no idea what that means, dude. Opinions on the push. What push? On the push press after overhead press? What do you mean? Push press after an overhead press? What do you mean? I still don't understand. What are you asking me? All right, let's see. Coach Silvernail, 1122. What do you prefer? Regular milk, oat milk, almond, other, or no milk at all? I don't drink milk. If I had access to raw milk, I might dip into that, see how I feel, but I am not drinking pasteurized milk. I would absolutely never consume oat milk, and fuck almond milk. Those things are garbage. Those things are absolute garbage. ECBC 55. How do you motivate yourself? Well, I have purpose, and I don't think of it as motivation. It's discipline. When you do shit, whether or not you feel like it, and you have a purpose for doing it, you'll gain that momentum, and motivation's irrelevant. You do what you need to do because it's time to do it. Motivation's bullshit. So fuck your motivation.
Go fuck yourself.
Motivation's trash. If you're waiting to be motivated, you're never going to get results doing anything. You're waiting to feel like it. Doesn't matter what it is, business, fitness, you're going to fucking fail if you're waiting for motivation. Clow BLL. Papa Soy, I am desperate. I am obese with 140 kilograms. What do you recommend? Join the Swole fam, or going over to swolenormousx.com and downloading the 7 pillars and learning about the elimination diet and learning about proper foundational habits. So go to the website or click in the show notes and download the 7 pillars. That's the best place to start. That's what I recommend. Kyle Q256, Papa Solio, what's the best way to start a plan for going to the gym and make it a habit? Go to the gym and make it a fucking habit. Go for 20 minutes and do it every day. Whether you walk on a treadmill or whether you do a workout, just go. Start a plan. Like, how do you make a habit? By fucking starting the habit, by doing it. Like, how do I start a habit? Well, you do all this, and then all of a sudden you're going to be regular and consistent with it. How do you think you start a habit? By fucking doing it. These fucking questions. Best way to start a plan. I mean, again, it all comes down to the 7 pillars. If you are following the 7 pillars, if you understand why you're doing what you're doing, that's why it's always important to me to understand the why. You have to understand why you're doing what you're doing. Then it makes more sense. You understand when you're eating your food, you're eating it for a specific reason. You're eating it because you're fueling your body properly. You know what you're doing. You're doing it for a reason. You're not just like, well, someone told me so, or I'm trying to do this because so-and-so wanted me to lose weight, so I need to do. No, you're doing it for you. You're doing it for you. You take care of yourself. And when you're following these 7 pillars, you have a direction, you have a North Star. And when you have a purpose, it gives credibility, and it gives integrity, and it gives body for what you're trying to accomplish. Pandemonium, almond milk is too grainy for me. Oat milk doesn't taste good, but cashew milk is okay. Not my first choice, though. Avoid those nut milks. Avoid them. A lot of that stuff will destroy your gut, carrageenan, and all these stabilizers and sugar. There's no such thing as nut milk. All they're doing is grinding up nuts, which in many cases are not beneficial. I do not like nuts. They're just not required for human nutrition. And most people are, and they're going to cause probably inflammation. It's just logic and common sense. You have to look through these foods in nature and which parts of fruits do, for example, animals defend themselves, plants defend themselves. So when you're looking logically, and I personally, this really hit home because I've always tried, like for years before, a long time ago, I used to think that walnuts and almonds, I used to eat that shit. It always tasted nasty, and I never felt good eating them. But it's like, well, almonds are healthy or walnuts are healthy. Bull fucking shit. You don't need that stuff at all. I feel so much better not eating them. They never tasted good. A lot of people like them because they're roasted in vegetable oil and they have sodium and just salt all over them. Of course they're going to taste better when you put sugar all over them and vegetable oils and stuff like that. But plain, like raw almonds and walnuts, just chalky, gross shit. It's because it's the seed, it's the nut. It's not supposed to be really something where you're getting dense nutrition from. You're supposed to be eating animal foods. You're supposed to be eating fruit and dropping the seeds or shitting it out and then fertilizing it. It'll grow more plants. You want to be eating the stuff that's tree ripened. You want to be eating liver, organs, the flesh. That's where you're going to be absorbing nutrition much more readily. So it doesn't mean that some of these other foods don't have protein or they don't have fat, but these other foods also have other properties and other defense mechanisms to protect from predators. And it's really about bioavailability. So you're going to get a lot more value, for example, from beef or from liver, from organs, than you will from eating, oh, look, all this broccoli has X amount of protein. You're not really getting protein. You're not getting protein from broccoli. You're not getting complete proteins. Number one, you're not getting bioavailable protein. Oh my God, we got some tainty boy. We got a tainty man. He's full. He's taint up. He's taint up. That's some taint. I love when he puts his taint on the wall. He's got butthole on the wall. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? What are you doing? You comfortable? All right. Tainty Cam's comfortable. All right, let's see. Remember, fam, we got an overtime segment coming up right after today's episode, so we'll wrap up here a little bit earlier than normal. Overtime, beaches. Going live right after today's stream. You can still join over at swolenormousx.com. You got time. We will give away this card before we go into OT, but it's going to be a great session, so don't miss out on that. swolenormousx.com and get access to all the previous overtime segments, but today it's going to be extra lit. Mark, Papa Solia, what other fruits do you recommend consuming trying to broaden my fruit horizon? I would recommend local fresh fruit, depending on where you live. I mean, it's summer, so there's a lot of fruit in different places. You could also go for frozen fruit, but get into some berries, get into some, I mean, personally, I like mango. It's mango season, but I have frozen fruit too, but we get blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. I love mango, bananas, all these different types of things. Fruits are good. Let's see. Callum. Hey, fam. Just picked up my daughter from school. She's been closing sliced beef. These typos, I like it. Closing sliced beef raped in tinfoil. Your sliced beef is raped in tinfoil. Wrapped, I'm assuming. Someone tried to swap it for a chocolate bar. She refused. That's my girl. Oh, hell yeah.
Yow.
Nice. There you go. Look, also kids know. Kids are going to know. They're going to know when they eat food and they feel good and it tastes good. And trust me, if you're feeding your kids quality, nutrient-dense food, they're going to try these hyper-palatable foods at some point in their life. Their friends are going to have it at school, or they're going to go to like a sleepover or something, eat it. And it's probably going to be like, oh my God, it's going to taste bad. How many times have you like been around it since you did an elimination diet, since you started tightening up your nutrition and you kind of went back and had something? It's just so hyper. The taste is just, it's gross. It literally, for lack of better terms, it just tastes fake. It tastes artificial. It just tastes extreme. And it's shocking when you go back to it. Shocking. Cerny, going to order a club today, do you say 5 pounds would be a good to start with? I don't recommend 5 pounds unless you're like a guy that's been training for a while. I really don't. I think for women and in general, just because of across a broad spectrum, you can probably move to 5 pounds. But Mama Swole usually does like 4 pounds. It's coordination. I would start with a 2 pound club. 2 pounds. I mean, you're going to be doing high repetitions. You know, get a pair of 2s, and then you can go to a pair of 4s. Worst case scenario, you spend a few bucks on 2 pound clubs. You outgrow them quickly, and then because no matter what, you're gonna like. I always start with 5 pound. I have 5. We have what? 2, I don't know if we have 1 pounders. We have 2, 4, 5. I mean, I have. The ones I use, I have a pair. I have 5s, I have 10, 15, 20, 25. I have 30 or 35, and I have 45. So I have like big fucking clubs, like ones that are like big fucking clubs, like 2-hand club work. But every time when I start, I just grab a 5 pounder and I do that for a while. I do a bunch underhand circles, you know, right and left. I go back and forth. I do some overhand circles. I mix it up. And then after I'm really warmed up, then I go to the 10. So I still use the 5. I go to the 5. I would use the 4 too. So I still go to the 5. So if you eventually get and move up to a 5 pounder, or you can get a 2 pounder and you can get a 5 pounder or a 4 pounder, you're still going to grab the 2 and then do that for a little bit. And then you can go up to the 5, for example. So you always want to warm up first. You don't just want to grab a heavy club and yank it. You're going to hurt yourself. Because the coordination, the problem is, I wouldn't say the problem, but the thing is the coordination is very important because if you don't have it, you're going to hurt yourself. But when you have, let's say, a 1 pound or a 2 pound club, you have some more slack. You have some more wiggle room while you're learning how to do it. So your arm's going to be going all different directions. You have to learn that coordination. And with 2 pounders, it's not really going to be as big of a deal. Then with 5, you're going to be like, crack. Oh, that hurts. You want to do it. Yeah, start light. Start light. 2D2. Yes, we intentionally bought Mounds candies and used it. And it used to be our fave. Tastes like absolute dog shit. I wouldn't even give it for Halloween. Yeah, we didn't give. I with good conscience. Once we moved to this house, like I'm not going to hand out candy. So what we did is we got grass-fed beef jerky sticks, like little small, like individual small serving ones, and dried organic mango. Kids were like fucking loving that shit. So they came to the door, and you had a choice, like, hey, you want some grass-fed beef jerky or a pack of mango slices? So with good conscience, I could hand that out because kids are going to be having all this garbage, and everyone was like opening up and eating it. It's fucking food. It's food. Everyone loves those things because it tastes like candy. Shocker. If you want a taste of candy, if you like Sour Patch Kids or chewy things, then get some dehydrated mango. It's the same fucking thing, only it's actually real. Okay, we got to go into some balls deep content because we got overtime coming. All right, bitches. That's deep. All right, if I miss any questions, we'll be back here tomorrow for some more APS. All right, so make sure you're there for that. I'll take one more at the buzzer. Freddie, I got a free kettlebell from work, 4 kilograms. What is that, like 12 pounds? It's like 13. I know swings. What other movements could I do to help mobility, strength, etc.? Not much with a 4 kilogram. I mean, 4 kilograms, like what, 10 pounds? Like, I don't know what kind of swings you're going to do with that. You might be able to do some like windmills or some general mobility, but the window on that, like the space is probably like for a baby's hand. That's a really small kettlebell. Unless there was a typo there and it's not 4, unless it was like 14 kilograms or something. But that's like 10 pounds. You could do one arm swings, but it's really light. There are a lot of other movements you could practice. I mean, that's a good one. You could practice. You could practice Turkish get-ups. You could practice swings. It might be a little bit hard to practice form with like that light of a weight. All right. Yeah, dehydrators are great. All right. Hashtag overtime for a chance to win today's Swole card. Let's get into a couple balls deep posts, and then we're going to overtime. So Friday's episodes, we keep it light. We keep it tight because OT, we got to go into OT. So again, you still have some time to join the Swole fam right now, swolenormousx.com, and get access to today's overtime and all previous overtime segments. Let's get into this tweet or twat or whatever this is. Oh, this is the chick. This is the chick that always says dumb stuff on the internet. I mean, take your pick. But this is the one with like the face thing.
God damn it, I don't know what it is about your face, but I want to deliver one of these right in your suck hole.
Is there anything I can do to work on that?
No, not really. It's your face.
This is the one that has this is the one that has a septum piercing. It's like, which one? This is the one that couldn't fit into her. It was complaining about her graduation gown because it wasn't like a Texas king-sized sheet. She writes, something that bothers me a lot. Add that to the fucking list. Can you imagine how many things bother this chick? Something that bothers me a lot is people throwing around the term body dysmorphia when they really mean anti-fatness. Body dysmorphic disorder is a real valid thing, but no, not everyone struggles with BDD. Body dysmorphia. How is BDD? How is BDD body dysmorphia? That would just be BD, but all right. Everyone struggles with fat phobia. It's etched into society. Name it. That just doesn't make sense at all.
60% of the time, it works.
That doesn't make sense.
Every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Okay. No medication except my fucking antidepressants.
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Well, that was a nice start. And if you're new to the podcast, this is literally what this section's all about. It's just the chunder gunch of the internet. And we get to hear what these fucktards have to say. And it's always interesting. Body dysmorphia disorder? Maybe. I don't know. I think, I don't know. That's a good start. I thought it would make sense at least. Sometimes it makes sense. It's coherent. It's just wrong. But yeah, that's out of control. Okay, let's get into we have a time for a couple balls depots. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Drumroll fam. Let's go. Body dysmorphia disorder. Yeah, that's probably right. BDD. All right. Body dysmorphia disorder. It's always got to be a disorder. My recommendation is don't label yourself with this shit, because then you're under this veil and you're never getting out. You label yourself like, oh, I suffer from depression. I suffer from body dysmorphia. I suffer from this, or I have this. You're just going to medicate yourself. You're going to identify with it. I think that's a huge problem, is all these diagnoses. I think that's a huge plague. I think a lot of people just don't take care of themselves, and they just want to blame it on something that they have that's out of their control. Well, I have this. It's probably because you don't get sunlight. Oh, I'm depressed. It's probably because you don't exercise. You eat garbage all the time, and you haven't seen the sun in 10 years. That's probably why you're depressed. Like, well, I can't just go out in the sun and heal it. Yeah, of course not. It's like you never change the oil in your car, and then you decide to like, well, I'm going to start taking care of my car now. And you just rotate the tires. They're still fucking bald, and the oil in the engine's still gunked up. You know, these things aren't magic. Getting sunlight, going and exercising, eating real fucking food, it's not magic. You can't have all these problems that have compounded over 20 or 30 years and then, let me eat a steak today and go out and get sunlight. I still feel bad. No shit. You've been doing the opposite for 30 years and you act like, well, it's not going to work. Of course it will. You just got to give it time. And if you did that to begin with, you wouldn't have this problem. So we're not talking about that, because feelings. All right, stop labeling yourself with these disorders. I think that's the biggest problem. And it's a product of bullshit money. Again, when we have so much money in the system, when you can just print whatever, you have all these positions and jobs and these industries that are just fucking taking up space. Like, you don't need, and this is it's a sensitive issue, but you're paying to talk to someone. You need to talk to yourself. How many of these people meditate? Imagine before all this happens, you're eating healthy, you're exercising, you're meditating, you're practicing the 7 pillars. Do you think you're going to need to go to a therapist if you never let those problems get there in the first place? I'm not saying people don't have trauma, but a lot of this is self-inflicted. You don't know how to process your feelings and your thoughts and your emotions, and you internalize everything. I mean, if you were abused and you had some real trauma, yeah, that's different. But at the same time, you don't know how to talk to yourself. A lot of this stuff, you could be self-sufficient, a strong individual. Anti-fragile. Anyway, just saying, I don't like it when I don't like this over-identification, because then it becomes a hashtag. Then it becomes, hashtag EDD, right? Eating disorder recovery. Okay, Jesus Christ. Like, how are you defining that? I personally think if you're going through a McDonald's drive-thru, you have an eating disorder. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? You're going to your crack dealer to get vegetable oil in a bag and high fructose corn syrup and suck down pure fucking sugar while you sit in your car and roll across the earth. It's fucking creepy. All right, let's do this. Drum roll. Eric Dean, number 1. Last day on the beach. Eric Dean, number 1. Eric, you've been my therapist for a while, knowing it or not. Well, happy to deliver some therapy cock to you, Eric. Thanks for being here, bro, for so long. I appreciate it, of course. All right, let's see. Was it number 1, right? Eric, number 1? Let's see, number 1. Body positivity is justifying fat. Drum roll. Let's see what we got here.
Body positivity has gotten to the point where we are literally justifying why fat is on our body instead of just being okay with the fact that fat is on our body.
Can anyone translate, please? Translate?
Seen it for years now, of thin women stood there holding a tiny little pouch on their body and saying, it's okay there's fat there, that's where my uterus is. No, it's okay that there's fat there, full stop. It's just fat, it's fat, it's literally just fat.
You do realize that's because of poor lifestyle habits. It's not good for you to have tons of fat there. Just saying. It's not good. I know it's just fat. Yeah, everything's just this. Oh, look at it. It's just a microphone. You see this? It's just a microphone. Look, this is just a cup. It's just a cup. Okay, well, if I take this cup and I smash it against my face, then that's not good, is it? Oh, it's just fat there. It's just fat there. Yeah, you have a lot of extra fucking fat around your gut. Why is that? That's not good. That's not good for you. It's evidence of compounded bad habits or not taking care of yourself.
It's this false toxic positivity cycle that we've just been sucked into that has actually perpetuated fat phobia even further and not.
So she's like going against this like fat acceptance stuff, but she's actually perpetuating it. So she's like, no, stop making this whole movement. It's just fat. It's like, that's the whole fucking point. Get it off. Take care of yourself. It'll come off. It'll come off. Too much tea and crumpets over there.
Made it better. It's got worse. Why is that, you ask? Because body positivity doesn't center fat people anymore. At all, actually.
Center?
Instead, it's justifying why fat is on a thin person's body instead of actually liberating fat people. And honestly, I'm fucking over it.
You need to be liberated. My God. You can stay. No, you can stay. You can stay. No one wants to liberate you. You're fucking over it. Oh, this is from Fat Phoebes. Okay, if you have the term fat in your username, that's your identity. And of course, you're going to justify fat because that's the only way that you can connect with other people, because you can all, I don't know, bump bellies and rub your bellies together and feel like you're part of a community because you're all eating too many Twinkies. Excellent. Excellent. Well done. Well done. People in the comments are talking about, I guess, Roe v. Wade states. Yeah, well, we already knew that, right? We already knew that was going to happen. That's why that leaked. We were already waiting for it to happen. It should have just been done when they released that first. I don't know why they waited a couple weeks. They had to let the riots go. So they're gonna. You ready for this? You ready for this shit? So they release what? I guess today. Is that really what's going on? So they overturn Roe v. Wade, as it should be overturned. Now the states will have to set their own laws, which is great. More power to the states, as it should be. Smaller government. That's a good idea. So now it's Friday. It's June. Get ready for some fucking riots. Let's go. All right, everyone, board up your fucking businesses. The left is coming out tonight. It's fucking Friday. Riots in the streets. All right, number 1, number 2, or number 3. Here we go. Number 1, number 2, or number 3.
What's in the box?
Yeah, if you want to kill your baby, go to California. I think you should have the right to do that. I think you should have the right to an abortion if you were attacked, if you were raped, if it was incest. But I mean, if you're pretty much getting on with it and you're just like, I don't feel like it anymore. And like the third trimester, it's like, you just don't make good decisions with your life. I do think it's important for people to understand that actions have consequences. I do think it's important. This is the problem. When you can just say whatever you want online, when you can just do whatever you want in real life, and there's no fucking do-over. It's not a video game. You can't just restart. Let me start over again. Things that you do in your life will have consequences. Making shitty food choices will lead to you having diabetes, you having a lot of extra body fat, having a lot of health problems. Choices have consequences. Yeah. All right. Live where you want to live. And this is better. It's better because then you have, like, if you want to, like, for example, I love the area that I'm living in now because I like my street. I like the area. You live in the community that you like. If you want to live with those lunatics and pierce every hole in your body and color your hair purple and wear these ridiculous glasses, then move to LA, move to San Francisco, move to New York, go to Chicago. It's like, then go there. If you want to live like in Mad Max style, go there. No one's stopping you from going there. Please go. It's better. You can live where you choose. No one's saying you can't go to different places. Lift where you want to lift. Goddamn right. Lift where you want to live. It's like, well, not everyone can afford to move. No one said life is fair. It's like, no one's stopping you except you. You can do it. Move. Get out of there. Go somewhere else. You can do it. All right. Let's see. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. We'll do one more video. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Did we do it already?
What's in the box?
Did I already ask for that? I might have said it already. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. We got one more video, and then we have overtime coming up. B-shiz, it's overtime. So if you're listening to the audio after today's stream, shortly we're going to be shifting into overtime, so you can catch access inside Swolenormous X, inside Swole TV, and the private Daily Swole Telegram chat for members. We got some content that we can't post here. We're going to probably go over these extra balls deep posts that we don't cover in the live stream today. We got a DWG throwback we're going to watch. We got some new edits. It's going to be a fun time. Always a fun time with the fam. Get access to today's overtime and all previous overtime segments over there. Swolenormousx.com inside Swole TV, bitch. Let's do Jeremy. Jeremy, number 3. Jeremy, number 3. I think we're going to do 2 more videos. We're going to do this one. I just saw another title. We're going to do that one too. Oh, God. All right, this one's titled, Is Healthy Food Cheaper? Oh, my God. Here we go. Here we go.
Good evening, Fatterflies and Buttercups. My name is Mara.
I'm sorry, what? Oh, my God. Is that a soundboard?
Good evening, Fatterflies and Buttercups. My name is...
Did you say good evening, Fireflies and Buttercups? Did you say?
What the fuck is that?
If I ever hear that in real life, I will kick you in the taint. I will kick you in the taint. I will literally just a punt to the cunt box. I will get the fuck out of here. Don't ever say that to my face. Fucking.
Good evening, Fatterflies and Buttercups.
It is a fatterfly. It's not a butterfly. Fatterfly. It is a fatterfly. God damn it. It was worse.
Don't forget to watch where the sun don't shine.
No, it's fatterfly. It's fatterflies. She's saying fatterflies. This is way too long. All right, one video, not 2 then.
Good evening, Fatterflies and Buttercups. My name is Mara. My pronouns are they, them. And while I have my lights set up and all of that stuff, I thought I would go ahead and address a couple of things. The first one I want to address is this idea that eating healthy is cheaper in the U.S. In the U.S. specifically, because that's where I live. That's where a lot of people who make this comment live.
Depends on your location. Depends on what you're purchasing. What are you comparing? Long-term, short-term, all the other side effects. I mean, these conversations are nonsensical.
And I want to say a couple things about this. First is that you're moralizing food here. There's no such thing as good food and bad food, or even healthy food versus unhealthy food, unless you're allergic to it or something like that. But all foods have some nutritional value. All foods give you something.
That's not saying anything. You're like saying everything's made of matter in this universe. Very nice. Excellent. You must have studied physics in 4th grade.
Whether it's carbs or fat or sodium, there is something in there that the...
Yeah, let me get that sodium. Let me get those carbs in there. Yeah. I wonder why you're a fatterfly.
Body uses and needs, and it is not up to you to say how much of that somebody else needs in a day.
It's not up to you to say how much of something like that someone else needs in a day. Well, I guess we can get rid of all these dietitians and nutritionists. Very nice. Good riddance. It's not up to you. Fine. Let's get rid of all these professionals. Get rid of all the nutritional science out there. Sweet. Clean house. Excellent. Done.
But also you are failing to take into account all of the other things necessary to eat healthy as you deem it to be, such as time.
Oh my God, time. Oh my God.
Energy.
Energy.
Skill.
Skill. Oh my God, a steak on a pan. The skill. The mastery. The mastery. Google it, Bish.
And the time that it takes to learn that skill.
Oh my God, you have to learn something? Oh no, the time it takes to learn that skill. You already said time already.
Knowledge.
That's what skill is. Knowledge, okay. Redundancy much?
All of these things are needed to take the time to prepare a meal that you deem worthy out of these whole foods based ingredients.
Oh my God, eggs. Yo, a hard-boiled egg. throw eggs in a pan. What are you talking about? Throw eggs in a pan. Probably the easiest things you could eat. Healthy foods are the easiest things to make. How hard is it to cook eggs? It's not. Well, I would burn eggs. Anyone that says that is a lazy, pathetic person. I just can't cook eggs. Yes, you can. You're just a lazy fuck and you just don't want to do it. I don't know how to cook a steak. Google it. Takes 2 seconds. Salt steak. Put on this side. Turn. Repeat, and eat. And then you're like, I would like it a little bit more like this way. You tweak it. Wow.
For example, I have no freaking clue how long to cook a chicken breast. I'm vegan. I don't have that knowledge. I'm also disabled, and let me tell you the number
say it again.
Foods-based ingredients.
Say it.
For example, I have no freaking clue how long to cook a chicken breast.
Say it.
I'm vegan. I don't have that knowledge.
I'm vegan. I don't have that knowledge. Say it.
Sad! Sad!
Oh, this is brutal.
I'm also disabled, and let me tell you the number of days that I just eat veggie dogs dipped in ketchup because I do not have the energy or the wellness to prepare a meal.
Oh, you're disabled. Oh. Oh, you're disabled. You're disabled. So you're going to hide behind that now. You're disabled, so you have to eat veggie dogs. You don't know how to cook chicken because you sound pretty able to do all those things. You're able to spew bullshit on TikTok. Gross.
I cannot stand for long periods of time. I get sick really easily. I'm very limited in what I can eat because I have a mast cell disorder. There are lots.
You think being a vegan is helping your situation? You know you're compounding your disease, right?
The factors that you're just not taking into consideration, including, again, the time. If you are a single parent.
What have you heard here? The time. Oh, the time. If you're a single parent, stop talking about other people. Stop trying to make other people pathetic. No. We're talking about you. Jesus Christ. People really use TikTok as their therapist couch.
Working multiple jobs and you have multiple kids. Where are you going to find the time and energy?
We're talking about you, champ. Don't talk for other people. Objection, hearsay. Don't assume someone else's laziness.
To cook for, I don't know, an hour at dinner rather than 10 minutes that it takes to make Hamburger Helper.
Oh my God. How lame are you? You know how long it takes to cook a steak? 5 minutes. 10 minutes. Here's what you do. I take the steak out. I put some salt on all the sides of it. I let it get to room temperature, put some salt on it. It sits out for like half an hour, you know, it takes no effort. And then I heat up the pan. It's done in legit 10 minutes. Okay.
Come on now. And the expectation that people should spend their time and very limited energy on
eating food. How dare people spend their limited energy on eating real food? Just get Hamburger Helper and eat vegan dogs. Be just like you. I want to be just like you. You're in such good shape. You're in such good situation. How's your thyroid doing?
That you think they should have versus the food that's available to them and the food that they enjoy. That's a bunch of privileged bullshit. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful, amazing day.
I'm done. All right. That was fucking troll. All right. We got a little tainty boy fam. It is time for OT Beaches. It's fucking time for OT. Fucking time. Let's go.
Finish him.
Let's go. It's time for OT Beaches. All right. All right, here's the deal. Oh my God. We got some OT, so now you have a little bit of time. We're gonna give away the Swole card first, and then we're going right into OT, so you still have time if you hurry. Head on over to swolenormoussex.com and join the fam today. OT is going down right now. So we're going to shift over. If you are ready, of course, you can win the Swole card right here, but make sure you head on over to the Daily Swole Telegram chat to chat alongside. You can watch the live stream inside the Daily Swole Telegram chat, and also you can watch inside Swole TV, but you can chat inside the Daily Swole Telegram chat. You can do it both there inside the Telegram chat. So you know where to go. Head in there and get ready for some OT. Let's give away today's Swole card right now. Hashtag overtime in the comments for a chance to win. And then we are going to go into that delicious OT. Falcon, raffle off this slut. Let's go into OT, bitches. Overtime, 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 overtime. Scroll, scroll, scroll. No, 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 no. It is Yoke Nick. Congratulations. Oh, at the buzzer.
Congratulations.
At the buzzer. Oh, I just realized the Daily Swole. I need to turn on the overtime sequence. All right, it's available. The stream is starting. There you go. I thought it was already live inside. All right, so the Daily Swole Telegram chat is available now. It wasn't streaming currently. So congratulations, Nick. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2240 and your mailing address in the body of the email. Fucking fantastic. Congratulations, Nick. I thought it was already live, so it's live now. It's streaming inside the Daily Swole Telegram chat. You can head on over there and shift. We got overtime starting right now. Don't miss out. Head on over there, Beaches. Get comfortable. You can also put it on your TV and all that stuff inside Swole TV. All right, we got some people. Make sure when you head on over to the Telegram chat that you drop a comment and you let us know that you're there. What's up, Cerny? What's up, Beaches? How we doing? Dan's over there. It's time for the OT. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Share the stream. Share the podcast. It means a lot. If you have not yet left a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please leave us a 5-star review. It means the world. That's how we get some reach these days. All right. Master Pablo, Tina's there, Cerny's there. Overtime, bitches. Congratulations again, Nick. All right, we're going to take some soundboard requests if you got them. I will hit those buttons. I'll hit them.
Hadouken! Hadouken! Hadouken!
Who told you to keep my cookies?
My name's Forrest Gump.
Shampoo my crotch.
I'm totally comfortable in my body. I just don't want to be in pain.
It's overtime. Oh, baby. Fucking man.
Great Scott!
TJ's calling for a little Joe Byron. A little Byron?
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight and then watch the hair come back up again.
All right, remember the overtime segment is in the Daily Swole Telegram. We got multiple Telegram chats. It is not the Swole Fam Telegram. It's the Daily Swole Telegram. You can join from your homepage, log into Swolenormous X, and right there on your homepage, you'll see the Daily Swole Telegram link right there. Let's fucking go. No hands. No fucking hands. No hands. No hands at all. Papa Swolio using that fucking dong. Goddamn right. All right, fam, we are heading into overtime right now. We're all loaded up. A lot of you are inside the Daily Swole Telegram chat. Head on over there. Of course, you can catch the replay of overtime inside Swole TV if you are unable to check it out live. But I highly recommend getting in on that live action. I know, TJ, undefeated. Undefeated with that piano cock. And of course, we'll be back here tomorrow for episode 2240 Schwam Mañana. Thanks for being here. Let's fucking go. It's time for OT. Peace McGeese, Deuce Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Oh.
I just wanna win on the low like you making demands, I said whoa.